Peace, love, and balance, everybody. Peace, love, and balance, y'all. It's your girl, Isha, the goddess of wisdom, also known as Goddess on the Rise, the Copper Queen, the Flower Hoodie Queen, bringing this sacred energy exchange to y'all. Look, y'all, it's Wednesday, it's Miracles Day, it's Witchy Wednesday as well, y'all. Y'all know miracles happen on Wednesday, so if you want, I tell people, and it's Mercury retrograde, and it's Mercury Day. Wednesdays are days for Mercury, so if you want to do any rituals dealing with the planet of Mercury, that would be great. So that means if you needed to get some kind of messages get through, your best bet to get a message through somewhere to somebody will be via Mercury energy. If you needed to study something today, you've been needing to start picking up something like a book. Like I'm gonna show you a book I just recently started back reading. It is called Witchcraft. I love this book. I started reading it and then my spirit led me to start some other things. And I've read so many books since then. And I picked it up last night because this is how much I've read so far. I've read all this and I still got all that to go. But it's not one of them books you just read cover to cover because I'm learning things with this book. This is like a learning book. So, and then last night I ended up doing some rituals after I read a chapter in this book, I started, doing some rituals and stuff and practicing. You know what I'm saying? Practice makes perfect, y'all. So if you want to pick up something new or some kind of trade and all that, you need some more wisdom in some areas, that would be the day to do that today, okay? And I am going to do the Witchy Wednesday reading. I hadn't done a Witchy Wednesday reading in a while. Y'all, I love Witchy Wednesdays. I'm a Mercury rule, sign. So as a Virgo sun. So it's really a great day for me. And then y'all believe it or not, I was born on a Wednesday, okay? Shout out to Wednesday Adams. I was born on a Wednesday, okay? So I thought that was great. I've always loved Wednesdays too, okay? So I'm going to pull from a lot of my witchy decks today. This message specifically is going to be people that identify as witches, wizards, warlocks, brujas, and brujas, okay? All right, everybody, male and female, can identify as a bruja or a bruja. Okay, female and male witches exist together. All right, I tell people, what y'all think? Obey men and all that. What do y'all think? The brujas that had sons. You know what I'm saying? They had sons of male witches. That's where it comes from. So yes, and I want to show y'all my cups today. If you do not know, I sell these cups on my website. All right, it has the triple moon and the pentacle in the middle of it with the triple moon energy. If you would like this, I'm sipping some lavender and chamomile tea, y'all. This is real good tea to drink before you go to bed, or if you just want to be in a more relaxed state, y'all. Anybody that you got anxiety and stuff, or you got hypersensitivity and all that stuff, that would be good. But those cups are on my website. If y'all would like a cup, those are on my website. So look, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull from several decks today. I'm trying to keep it to the minimum. I don't want to be on here all rising or nothing like that, but I might, because I got a couple of decks I want to pull from. Some ring the bell and get us into a spirit. Earth, air, fire, water, spirits of universe, most high, higher self, and spirit guides, a balance of light, answers and known unknown, a balance of light. Please come into the space and provide a divine message for Witchy Wednesday for the collective Islam Hotep, y'all. Islam Hotep, y'all. So the first deck I'm going to pull from, I told y'all this is one of my newest decks. It's called the Antique Anatomy Tarot. Y'all, I love this deck, okay? I've been having my eye on this deck for a minute to purchase it for myself. So when I seen it, it was available to purchase at a wholesale price and I could sell it for my shop. You best believe I jumped on it. I jumped on it in a heartbeat, okay? I've been looking at this deck for a minute. I just pulled from it today. Like, this is like one of my favorite decks, so I work with it daily now that I got it. I have another deck similar. I tell you, it's another Lenormand deck that I got that matches perfectly with this one. It's on my website as well. It's a Lenormand deck. I tell people, it is a deck if you want to talk to your ancestors, spirit guides, and if it's also like it could be very useful with people that practice voodoo. I tell people that's the voodoo deck right there. That's the voodoo deck right there. So yeah, I'm shuffling this card. Get us a good shuffle in. Get us a great message today, y'all. Yes, I tell people, if y'all know, and nothing, remember I told y'all, if y'all need to work on something, y'all want to start like me. I have really been focused on doing better in my garden, y'all. Like, really, it's getting serious. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but they've been talking about how now they putting stuff in the food and stuff in the meat, since people didn't want to take it willingly, now they injecting it in the animals, okay? So if you're eating the animals and eating other things that they're providing, you getting that stuff in your system anyway, and it's just getting so dangerous. It's getting mandatory now that you need to know how to grow a garden, can food for the winter. You know what I'm saying? And fasting, like y'all only eat one meal a day. I don't eat all day long. I eat one meal a day. So learning how to train your stomach and shrink your stomach so you won't be hungry so much. Okay, it's so much stuff we having to do because it's a battle out there. Spiritual warfare is up. Okay, I never going. How long am I going? So I'm gonna cut the deck, y'all, and I'm gonna do these cards out. So I'm gonna start off with 4 with this deck specifically, and I'm gonna go with the flow how these cards come out. So, ooh, elixir. Y'all see this? I love this. Different potions. Some of y'all need to start whipping up some potions, okay? So it has, this is the 7 of Cups. This would be the 7 of Cups. It has a lot on here. It has take one wheel, do not mark. So I feel okay. Somebody, remember I told you I just said about getting on our guard. Somebody, I need to start taking up a trade. Maybe I need to learn how to start making oils. If you something about you making oils, essential oils, or even spiritual oils. You know, like people used to make ritual oils to do rituals with, putting them on your candles, anointing your body with them. You know what I'm saying? So you may need to start picking up a trade and making oils. You see how they get those little caps on them like that? They have those bottles. You can buy them just in wholesale and then start making different potions. So start studying potions, okay? You can start making medicines too. That's the message. You may need to start making medicines. And with this being the number 7 of Cups, it's also a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. So something about love, reciprocation, fortune, luck. You may be in a place where you see those pink flowers, the color pink. You may be in a place where finally love is going to be equally exchanged between you and anybody you're involved with or you're connected with, because that's the way that you operate, and people know that's the only way they're going to be able to be around you. So you may need to even do a love potion. You know what I'm saying? Make your little love potion. Okay, get you a book on, I tell people, get you a book on essential oils and a book on herbalism. And a lot of these books, I have a couple of books like that because I'm a green witch. So a lot of those books, I wish if I had I known that card was gonna get pulled, I would have pulled it out. But a lot of those books will literally tell you what herbs is will do for what, like what's good for stress relief. Y'all know rose petals is good for love. So it has been scientifically proven that rose petals in a room actually awakens the energy of love, which is why they're also heavily associated with Valentine's Day, weddings, and stuff like that, engagements and things of that nature. So even learning how to make rose oil, they sell that rose oil, and that could be a potion you start making using the rose petals and stuff like that. Doing stuff like that. So get started. Get started. Now we got the Suit of Coins. Oh, okay. This is the Knight of Coins. Look at this. Y'all, this is the card. If you want this deck, it's on my website. Got it on the rise.life. Okay. And here goes some purple energy right here. So this is the Knight of Coins. So this is some Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Somebody you may need to have to, just time for you to secure the bag. This is a knight. Okay. A knight is a fighter, a warrior, a protector. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, once you start getting this money, you're gonna have to protect your money. You're gonna have to really make sound judgments on where you decide to invest it, because once you start making money, you become a magnet for people that just want some of your money. So they may offer you opportunities that you're not going to do well in, but they're not going to care about you as long as they got a cut. So they'll use you for your spiritual abundance. Meanwhile, you're not getting poured back into. And as we saw on this card right here, the 7 of Cups, which is the seven elixirs card, you need to make sure you're getting poured back into. Okay. So if stuff happens, say you take a risk and it doesn't work out well, do not do it again. Do not do it again. Learn how to cut stuff off when it's time to cut it off. End things quick. It ain't about nobody's feelings. It's about what's best for you. Okay. All right, listen up. Ooh, Judgment, y'all. I actually just pulled this card today. Let's read the bell. Judgment, okay? Now, this is a coffin and somebody's laying in it. Okay, it says Judgment. So, I'm going to show y'all this card again. So, Judgment is, I tell people, it's highly associated for me with the Justice card, because justice is about justice being served, the balancing of the scales, the Libra energy, order in the court and law, and judgment is about being judged. So somebody is about to get judged, okay? And you can be a man or a woman. This can be good or bad judgment. I remember I tell y'all, people think karma is all bad. No, karma is good. So if you've been doing righteous things out here, righteous karma and judgments is going to come to you. If you've been doing, you know, bad things and harmful things to people or to yourself, bad is going to come to you. And that's another thing, y'all. It's not always about you harming others. Sometimes you not taking care. Say you got like situations going on with your body, but you won't take the time to initiative to cut out things that your doctor said if you don't stop taking in all this sugar, you're gonna be a diabetic. You're gonna have to punch yourself with a needle. Here you are, you drinking Kool-Aid every day and you don't care, then you become a diabetic. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Judgment. Everything has a cause and an effect. All right. So so somebody just pay attention that some kind of judgment is coming through for somebody, and you need to be getting yourself together now and doing some self-reflection on what you've been doing. This is also some rebirth energy too for some of y'all. Okay. Suit of Blaze, Queen of Blaze. Look at this one, y'all. Ooh. Y'all, this deck is super fire. This is my type of stuff right here. So this is the Queen of Blaze right here, okay? So this is a feminine card, but take it how it resonates. Y'all know this is a genderless reading. So this is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy with this Queen of Swords energy, okay? Some queen has, you see how this sword is going through this skull like this? Some queen is not out here playing no more. This queen is speaking up loudly for herself. It's very well known that she don't play about herself and she takes care of herself and she ain't allowing people to take advantage of her. She probably definitely gets what she wants. Okay. And if she doesn't, it ain't that she has to have her way all the time. But if she knows she's right about something, she will pull away. She's not going to settle. That's the point. Now, if she knows it's something that she can be reasonable about on a sound level, where she's a very sound person, she will. She understand it. But she's not about to just let people have their way with her, take advantage of her and all that. She will, like, as I said, put the hammer down on them, okay? Put the swords up on them, okay? So she's very protected spiritually. That's another thing. She's very protected spiritually. So coming for her is asking for trouble on the spiritual realm, which you do not want, because the way that they punish, judgment, they punish in mysterious ways. She can't predict what her ancestors gonna do, because see, her ancestors know more than she, because they're on the other side. So they know what's really going on, and they're gonna judge you according to the truth of what's really going on, what she may not even see, or he. Take it how it resonates. So coming for this person is the worst thing that ever happened to you on a physical level, on a spiritual level, period. Okay, you just don't do it. All right, this person is highly protected. And this sounds like you. Stay that way. So now we got the 7 of Wands. Okay, 7 of Wands right here is called Rods. On this deck, it's called 7 of Rods. Okay, you pulled another 7. So this is some Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. It sounds like somebody, you're like really shining bright right now. You are. And people know now, if they want to work with you, they better make sure you get what you want out of this too, or you're not working with them. It's just that simple. Somebody, you have set the tone out here. And it's not about being big-headed. It's not about being egotistical. It's about your worth. And that is the scariest thing for some people, because they're used to taking advantage of people. It was 13 is 13, as I was saying, that people are used to getting their way, taking advantage of people and benefiting off people only when it benefits them. A lot of people have selfish tendencies. And to somebody like this person that's in this 7 of Wands energy, this 7 of Rods energy, pull the bat out on them and be like, man, let me show you what I mean by you're not about to use me and not make sure I'm reciprocated back into. Let me show you what I mean. And remove themselves. And that's something. Just imagine how powerful you got to be to remove yourself, and then everybody else's world start crashing down, and then they realize after you remove yourself how much they really needed you, but they took advantage of you and they weren't thinking about you until you had to remove yourself. That's some power that people don't like. Okay, that is some power that people do not like. Don't forget to go to my website if you would like one of those cups, y'all. So let's pull from my second deck. This is a deck. It's called Practical Magic Inner Witch Oracle. I am selling this deck as well. Both of these decks. Remember, the Antique Anatomy Tarot deck is the one I just pulled from, and I'm selling it on my website, Goddess on the Rise That Life. And then we got the Inner Witch Oracle Practical Magic. Y'all, they got they got a lot of stuff coming out. I'm excited. They have a new Twilight coming out. Let's go for my vampire fans. Speaking of vampire fans, I'm doing this real quick. Do not forget, go to my Instagram page and get you a ticket to come to my event this October. Okay, I've been passing these flyers out everywhere. This is my event, the Witches Conjuring Festival. Get your Eventbrite ticket, and if you want to be a vendor, sign up to be a vendor as well. We would love to have you. So please do that. I meant to show that earlier when I first got here. But yes, they got a new Twilight coming out, y'all. And they have a new, it's something else they got coming out. It's a lot of stuff coming out. It's Twilight and something else is coming out too. I lost my train of thought when I got excited. But it's time. It's time. All these new movies. Oh, they have a new they have a new Practical Magic coming out. Another one coming out. So yes, they got a new Practical Magic coming out. So and then they have a new show. I don't know if y'all saw that I shared this new show. It's called The Conjuring Family. It's an Apple TV and a Prime TV thing. I think you got to pay for it if you don't have a certain kind of subscription and stuff like that. I said I'm gonna wait till I can find a way to watch it for cheaper than what it was or straight out free, because I'm not paying right now. I don't like paying for stuff ahead of time when I don't even know what it's like. So I have not seen the show yet, but I'm looking forward to it because I would love to get my feedback on that show. But have y'all been noticing they have been having more and more shows that's starting to lead toward the spiritual world? All these movies coming out. That is not a coincidence. It's just time, baby. It's time to get y'all spiritualness up, okay? Whatever you do, get it up. Get closer to God, get closer to your God. Whatever it is, do it, okay? All right, so hold on. Let me get a couple more shuffle with this deck, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me. Look, I'm only 16 minutes in. I've been trying to be mindful of my time on these lives, because some of these lives I'm not about to be on here all day. All of them don't have to be long. This one is more of just a quick message for what they call hump day, okay? Get y'all through the week, all right? And then I will be doing the Leo season reading soon. I feel like we got to let this Leo season kick off real good first, okay, before I start talking. All right, here we go. Sparrow, trouble. This is a sparrow. It says sparrow, trouble. Okay, and it's a bird. It's flying. So somebody may be approaching some trouble. Remember we pulled that card about judgment and stuff. So maybe somebody's in some trouble right now, or been in some kind of trouble. It ain't no telling. You could have got it rolled up at work or something. You know what I mean? It's petty stuff, or whatever. But maybe some trouble is trying to come to your way, so you may need to cleanse. Okay. Inner circle. Oh, okay. Inner circle strength. Here we go. All right. I love this card. Okay. So this has all the elements at the bottom: earth, air, fire, water, and it has brooms in a circle. So it says inner circle strength. So, and y'all know the Lionsgate portal is coming. The Lionsgate portal, the 8/8 Lionsgate portal is coming. So somebody, you may need to get in a circle to help you right now. You need the power of this, a circle, a Bruja circle, a Brujo circle, or what, a coven circle, something like that. Some brothers or sisters together collectively to help you, maybe help you get out of some troubles. Okay, you're gonna need the power. I tell people, when you go to circles, remember when y'all are all using each other's powers to collectively help y'all manifest what you want. So make sure when you go into this circle, you did your personal rituals at your house before you go, and with you when you go, so you can get the results out of that collective energy that you want. Because remember, when y'all do rituals together, y'all may be doing one big ritual together, but y'all also wish to give your sisters and brothers what they need to, outside of the what y'all are doing, and y'all can do that together. So maybe somebody need to join some kind of circle and start, so you can get more done, because sometimes it's gonna be hard just on your own, not because you're not powerful enough, but it's just we're more powerful together. That's ring the bell. We're more powerful together. So it's time for you to I call it get into a broom circle, because the Brujas and the Brujos, brooms up. All right, it's strength in number. Let's ring the bell on that. There's strength in number. So get going. So we got phone tree community. Oh, I'm loving this. Hold on. Y'all see how this is coming out? Phone tree. Now y'all know the tree of life. And y'all remember, if you seen Avatar, how they was connecting with their ancestors through that tree. They was literally hooking their hair up to the tree and meditating with the tree so they can collect messages from the ancestor realm. So somebody, y'all remember, I be doing meditation with my tree outside, Miss Trina outside. So some of y'all do need to start doing some tree meditations. Maybe there's a message that a tree can deliver to you. I tell people, for real, do tree meditations. Like, find a tree to lean up against and hug, or even sometimes, depending on how the tree is, if I'm hugging it, I'm putting my head in the tree. Like, yes, okay. It says community, but you have a strong community around you. That's what this is. Remember, y'all roots run deep. So the message is, you really have a strong community around you. You got to give them a chance, though. somebody you didn't grow up with the strongest community, or at least a community that didn't benefit you in the areas that you needed. So it made you feel discouraged by having too many people around you, because in the past you was in the wrong community and it may have destroyed you or pulled you down. Now that you built yourself back up, you are in the right community now. You ain't got to worry about that no more. And even if you were, just say you finally you got around some people that you knew didn't serve you. You are smart enough to know how to leave and exit immediately. You see how you pulled that other car earlier? You know how to leave. So stop worrying about people pulling you down. It's not possible, because you're not going to let them. You're this Queen of Swords. You're not going to let them. Stop being overly paranoid with people and allow people to be family to you, be community to you, okay? Blood bone connections. Y'all, this is deep. This is a deep one. I'm glad I did this reading today. This is deep. It said blood bones. Okay. Blood bond, actually. Excuse me. Blood bond. Okay. Connections. So, ooh, okay. Now, if you do not know, there are rituals out there where y'all can like do blood rituals together. This is just something that's coming out. This is not mean you have to do this, but people do blood rituals together to bond them together. I don't know if y'all remember, but when Angela Jolie was married to that, I forgot that gentleman before Brad Pitt, they used to carry each other's blood in a necklace, and like a little necklace with each other, because they did some kind of blood ritual together. That was deep, and people thought they was crazy for that, doing blood ties, and stuff like that. But that's what they wanted to do. And remember, as long as it's mutual, there's nothing wrong with it. He didn't have a problem with it. He did it with her. Okay, but I do feel said connection. Somebody y'all may be actually bonding together where y'all gonna create a blood bond. A blood bond can be a baby as well. Y'all physically going to combine y'all's DNA to make a seed, right? A blood bond. Because I feel like somebody needs a blood. They feel like maybe you don't feel as connected to your blood relatives here on Earth anymore, and that's probably why you've been having a hard time attaching yourself to total strangers to call family, because you like, I need my blood. Sometimes people just need that. You are starting to realize where your true family is and your community lies, but that's still not going to probably ever get you, especially with you if you had to totally be estranged from your blood relatives. It's not going to prevent you from craving, wanting to reproduce, and actually continuing your bloodline from a place of your growth versus the family that you used to be related with, you were blood related to, that you had to completely leave. So I feel like you're going to get that. You're going to get a blood bond. You're going to get with somebody where y'all going to create a child together. And that's why I said specifically, this is a message like you're going to create a blood bond. Y'all got a child coming, okay? So get ready. Connection. Yeah, it means somebody, it's going to be some love coming through too, okay? Purify. Rosemary. Somebody, if you do not have rosemary, you can easily go purchase some from the grocery store, or go to a local garden place and purchase some, get some, and plant some rosemary. But you may need you some rosemary, okay? Somebody, you need to go get you some rosemary, plant you some rosemary, and yeah, plant you some rosemary and purify with rosemary, or work with rosemary. Dress a candle in some rosemary. Okay, you can make a mojo bag and put some rosemary in it and just carry it with you. Or I tell people, you can even get a little jar. A little jar. Like, remember them jars on here? They have jars of different sizes like this. They're like a little potion jars. And you can carry a little jar with you with rosemary just in the jar for purification, okay? But something about rosemary, you need to start working with rosemary to purify your energy at this time, okay? Purify your energy, okay? So look, this is the next deck, y'all, that I sell. It's called Witch Magic. I'm gonna show you this other deck. It's funny, I got a deck called Witch Magic, and this is another tarot deck called Magic Witch. Ain't that something? Witch Magic and Magic Witch, two different decks, and they are both on my website for sale. I love this deck. It has a lot of earth messages in it, y'all. If y'all can see, I'm an earth sign, so I'm always rocking flowers, because it's something about nature that it brings me joy. It always has. It puts me in a mood. Like most of the time when I go out of town or anywhere, I always find one of them historical gardens or parks that have the most beautiful scenery. Because it's something about being surrounded in trees and flowers and plants, and that just rocks my world. That's why I need some more plants in my house right now. You know what I'm saying? I love plants. I love nature. You know what I mean? And it literally lifts me up. I'm like, if I'm down, I'm like, take me outside. Y'all, I used to have fits when I was little. I'd be mad, and my mom was taking too long to take me to the park, and I'd snap out. I want to go to the park. We been here all day. We not about to miss the park. Yeah, we're not about to miss going outside. I'm gonna snap out. I was snap. My mom used to be, you better watch yourself, little girl. I'm like, you said you was taking us outside. I used to have a problem with that. Don't be lying. Telling us you gonna take us outside, lady. You better take us outside. We've been in this mall all day on day. So yes, yeah, some of y'all need to get you some outdoors too. I know it's hot out there, so hydrate. I have been hydrating for days. It is toasty. So hydrate, stay purified, stay cleansed, and get you some outside. It's summertime, okay? Get you some outside. All right, that's enough shuffling. Here we go. Thank y'all for listening in. I feel like I'm gonna pull for one more deck after this. I have another deck that I really feel like we need to pull from. This deck I do not sell, but it's a very powerful deck. I've used it before, so here we go, y'all. It has nothing is a witch's Bible. Okay, excuse me, hold on. I said that wrong. Nature is a witch's Bible. Everything we need to know can be found in her. Okay? So this is a message to you that everything you need is already within. You have the answers. You hold the keys to everything. Okay? Tap into nature. All you gotta look, we pulled this tree card. The answers is all around you. The answers in nature, and you are nature too. That's another thing. That's why we have a connection to it, a bond with it. Okay, we're bonded in nature. Just get closer to nature. Okay. All right, let it go so you can grow. Somebody need to let something go. Something's holding you back. Sometimes, okay, let me explain something, y'all. I know this actually has hurt my feelings, but it's the truth. Sometimes letting go requires you to let go of somebody or something for the rest of your life, including physically cutting them off and no longer talking to them or associating with them whatsoever. Because no matter how many times you've attempted to return to them, they are still in the same place you left them in. And that's going to continue to discourage you because you're trying to give out false hope that one day they're going to change, and they're not. They are who they about to be for the rest of their life. You got out. You changed. You transformed. They didn't. So you need to transform out of their life permanently. Because if they wanted to meet you where you was at, they would have done that by now. They've seen your growth. They seen your change. And they refuse to change. And they like, nah, but you can come back over here though. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pull you back down to their level instead of wanting to come up to your level because that's too much work. Leave them where they at. Let it go so you can grow. You have grown and continue to grow, but you can't keep going back there. There's no growth there. You're the grown person. There's no growth there. Let it go. Okay? Which wisdom, intuition, tenacity, courage, and honesty. I like this. This is the next card, okay? That's why I said this is a good day. Let's read that again. It says a witch is wisdom, intuition, tenacity, courage, and honesty. Yes. So even though y'all have heard the most negative things about brujos and brujas, they operate in wisdom. They have the most powerful intuition. Okay. And they're very courageous and they're noble. You see what I'm saying? That's that's the whole reason why they consider the wise person. Okay. And that's why if you ever seen movies like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, if you ever seen that movie, in the beginning of the movie, he was in this man, he was in Africa, and he was like, a witch doctor healed me and told me that I would be good for life. You know what I'm saying? He went to a witch doctor in Africa. A witch doctor. Okay? Yes. Yes. Okay. All praises. So look, it got the original witches were healers. Who or what can you heal today? Look, let me sip my tea on that. Look, I'm healing myself right now, y'all. So, oh, did I drop some soup? It's okay. So it says right here, the original witches were healers. Who or what can you heal today? So remember how I told y'all about taking care of yourself? If you know you have been struggling with something with your health, whether it's emotionally, mentally, or physically, or even spiritually, because spiritual health is a big deal, y'all. I don't think y'all get that. Spiritual health is a big one because not being spiritually healthy can cause chaos in your life. And everybody knows that stress kills. Okay? Chaos. It ages you. You know what I'm saying? So think about something you can do today to help with something that you need to heal. Remember, they said let go so you can grow. So what can you let go today that you know is just not serving you, and you've healed past it to the point where you had to heal completely away from it, but for something inside you that keeps thinking you have to go back, but it's nothing back there but chaos and stress and disappointment. Okay, somebody got a big heart, I can tell. You don't like just having to give up on people. You love them. You like, and you just want them to change right for the better. But they got to do that on their own. And that's something you can't force and you can't wait around on them. Okay. You can't wait around on them. So focus on your own healing, okay? All right, here we go. The last card at the bottom of the deck, it says, learn not to grip. Okay, hold. This is a good one. Learn not to grip too tightly. Cup your excuse me. Cup your consciousness and let the magic flow. Okay, okay. Yeah, so look, this message is, and I've been guilty of this too. If you are a person like myself that I actively do spells and rituals and ceremonies as needed, okay? I'm pretty sure on the daily basis it's a ritual or spell getting cast or going on. So sometimes we overly give energy to something instead of allowing it to take the magic to naturally flow and manifest. I'm not saying just neglect your rituals altogether. Absolutely not. But sometimes like, okay, I'm gonna talk about. I know in the religious faith they tell you to get on your knees. Some in Muslim faith you gotta pray 7 times or 5 times a day and do all that grand rising. It's not gonna be all like when it comes to spells and rituals. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. You actually put the intentions out there. You cast a spell. You give gratitude. Like say you got a deity that you've been working with. Okay, you may need to find out what that deity needs and keep giving them offerings. Okay, keep giving them offerings and things they need to help you manifest the result that you want, obviously. And that's what you would do in the physical world. If you needed something from me, like a reading, you would pay me and then I would give you the service. See what I'm saying? It goes the same way in the spiritual world. All right? It goes the same way in the spiritual world. So, yeah, you got to cup your conscience and let the magic flow. Okay? Know that you are powerful and let the magic flow. Okay, so we're gonna pull from I got my last. Now this deck is not for sale. This is my personal deck that I bought from another person like myself. So that's another thing. I Bruja support other Brujas. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Okay, I don't know what is up with this competition stuff. I do not compete with other Brujas, and I know the difference between a true Bruja and a woman that's or a man that's just out here selling it because it's a popular thing. Because them the ones that be competing. They the ones because they really don't have any powers. So all they doing is able to sell something. They may not even could be able to teach you anything. They just know that they literally are doing what they doing by copying people. They can't teach you nothing. They can't. That's why they haven't been able to be successful in it without following somebody else instead of them taking the time to learn this stuff and actually get their spirit together. They're just a big copycatter. So and then they try to compete with you by copying you. Watch those, okay? The real ones are still standing. The real ones are still standing. Just know that, okay? The real ones ain't. They getting through it all, okay? All right, this is the last deck I'm gonna pull from. This is perfect timing. One more shuffle. And I haven't pulled from this deck in a while, so Spirit told me I need to, okay? It's Witchy Wednesday. These are all my witchy decks. I love these decks. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all so much. Okay, here we go. Here we go. These are oracle cards and they have a message as well. First card. Strength. Hold on. Wait, what the other card? You pulled 2 strength card. Somebody, you need to get strong with your tribe. All right? There's strength in numbers. It's Leo season. Somebody, you need to stop playing with your life out here. It got right here. You are overcoming your apprehensions and insecurities. Good for you. This relates to successfully tackling the impediments caused from doubts, worry, and anxiety. Somebody, you are literally overcoming all of your insecurities, okay, in life, okay? You may have had insecurities due to stuff that has been projected onto you. You didn't start off that way. But now you're healing through all those traumas and jealousy that got put on you and insecurities and people that's trying to, people, that's another thing. People mold people for jealousy. People literally show favorites. They do it. People do it with their kids too. They're having the favorite child and showing favoritism to one over the other. Stop that. And then you wonder why they grow up jealous. You molded them for that, making them feel less than. And then they get out there and they get ugly in the world because they got dissed their whole life by their parents. Okay? Be careful about that. So you're no longer doubting yourself. You're worried about anybody else, and your anxiety has gotten better because you realize your worth and you ain't got to compare yourself to nobody else. Ashe, okay? Ashe. All right. The Hermit. Here we go with my Virgos. Okay, the Hermit. So we got right here. This is a time for introspection and spiritual awakening. This was me last night, y'all, in the middle of the night. You got your journey of self-reflection and personal growth can now begin. And you pulled that card about, did you pull a card about growth or something? I can't remember. Okay. But it got your journey of self-reflection and personal growth can now begin. Utilize this enlightenment period to reconnect with your soul and gain insight into your true potential. Okay. So yeah, I think we did pull a card about growth. Okay. But yeah, this is time for you to grow. Oh, here it is. Let go so you can grow. Remember? You had let go so you can grow. So this is time for self-reflection. And that's what I was doing last night, y'all. Self-reflection and realize in the areas that you need growth. It's not about, I tell people, knowing, doing your shadow work and knowing the areas that you may be weak in, that you need to get stronger in, that you need to grow in, does not make you weak. It makes you strong. It makes you stronger because you're being accountable. You can't become a higher being without knowing the areas that you need growth in and actively working on them. That's a real G. Okay, let's ring the bell. That's a god or a goddess. You can't perfect and purify and grow when you won't even admit that there is something that you need to grow in. Okay? It got reconnect with your soul and gain insight into your true potential. Yes, it's time for you to realize what your true potential is out here. Okay? Okay, you have a lot. Temperance. Next card is temperance. Okay? So we have right here, you have achieved inner peace and tranquility with a positive perspective on life. Thank the universe. Let's ring the bell. Okay? We got to stay positive, y'all. It has, this donates that the current relationships in your life are ones of harmony. So yes, look, and then when I just saying that, you pulled the community card and all that, they're telling you you good. Nobody's gonna hurt you, I promise you. Not these people. They already know you don't play. You the queen of blades. Okay? You see this knife going through the skull? They know there's consequences that they even considered messing with you, but they don't. They're too busy worried about making sure they good with you and staying that way because they respect you and they love you. Okay, so don't worry about nobody coming after you no more. Because if they do, they know they're gonna get this. They're gonna get this work. They're gonna get this work. All right. So you're in your relationships are all in harmony and balance. You are not around no people that's harmed you. Just stop going back to people that have harmed you. That's what you got to do. Keep that Queen of Swords energy up and stay away from people that have caused you harm. They already had their chances and they showed you what they did with their chance. They caused you harm. People that have not caused you harm, stay close. Okay? All right, the moon, let's go. I knew this was coming out. All right, the moon, y'all. Stay in tune with the moon, obviously. And talk to Mother Moon, too. Y'all know we just had a new moon in Leo, and the full moon will be here before you know it. Because I feel like that new moon just came and showed up and showed out. And I was like, dang. You know what I'm saying? So we got right here. It is essential to be mindful and heed the signs that caution us that something is not as it seems. Following your intuition can cut through any false perceptions and recognize what is real. That's nothing. So that's another thing. You see how she got that cover in her third eye? And that looks like a, well, it's something. That's something. Maybe somebody, you need to start anointing your third eye. You need to start working with lapis lazuli, or I'm trying to think what else stone you can work with. But you need to start working with stones that enhance your third eye abilities. Okay, so you can see. If you've been having trouble seeing, and I ain't talking about physically, spiritually seeing people, you need to start doing rituals with your third eye and putting stones on your head. Even, a matter of fact, I got to do that. I'm going to have to find a stone that I can wrap and put it on my turban right there. So if you wear a turban like me sometimes, uh, put a stone in there. Wrap it in some copper and put a stone in there that you know you need to help you, okay? So yes, they telling you to test your intuition. Your intuition, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Whoever you are, your intuition is very strong. Your gut instincts is very strong. Stop doubting them. I don't care who think you're crazy. They call you crazy. That's an attack. They're calling you crazy because how did she know that? Or how did she know that? So you're crazy. Because they don't like that you can see them. That's why they called you crazy. They crazy. Oh, we pour judgment and we pour justice. Because justice is about to be served. All your enemies about to fall and watch you rise. I want you to know that. All your enemies about to fall and watch you rise. Some of y'all, you didn't even know how many enemies you actually had until you start hearing about all these stuff. You're going to start hearing about it. It's not that you're going to be even looking to hear about it either. You may be just out minding your own business, doing your own thing, and I don't know what somebody talking about. You know what? Did you hear what happened to such and such and them? Oh, man, they lost everything. This happened, that happened. You're going to be like, dang. You know what I mean? Trust me. And the reason why you're hearing about it, because that is them telling you. Them was probably one of them people that was plotting against you. Not in everybody's situation. You will know. You will feel it. Remember, trust your intuition. You will feel it. So, and it probably was somebody you don't had some beefs with before. You know what I mean? So we got right here. Legal consequences stem from the concept of karmic justice. All actions have repercussions. Awareness and understanding of cause and effect can help guide your behavior. So yes. So the message is somebody, you're going to receive justice in something because the law is the law, but also they want you to remember that every cause has an effect, okay? Every action has a reaction, okay? So just be mindful of that when you're doing certain things. You see what I'm saying? Or when you're behaving in certain ways, okay? So you could prevent any type of injustice from even happening to you from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? But justice is going to be served. You ain't got nothing to worry about. This is the overall energy. Justice is about to be served for you. Your enemy's about to be brought down. Anybody that has been hating on you and plotting against you, you know, stealing from you, taking your ideas falsely. That's nothing. Even falsely living off your. That's another thing. Copiers are crazy. And something I noticed, y'all. I don't want to bring up no names. I'm gonna just tell you what's going on. But there's people out there that continue to support people. They have literally shown you that they're scamming you to your face. They have promised you things that they have never given you, and yet you still support them because we so used to being fooled. That is what I call the definition of insanity. But the people that you see doing the work have never played you, never taken advantage of you, telling you the truth, then the people that we ignore. You see what I'm saying? And then most of the time are the people that's struggling. All these liars and deceivers are they be rich. It's like we love being lied to sometimes. I don't know what that is. It's a curse. That's what it is. Justice is about to be served for people that's doing that. Y'all about to start so just watch. It's about to be people you about to start seeing, especially people on platforms like myself. You better start seeing these people fall. They better start losing it all because karma has hit. Don't help these people. This is karma. They're gonna lie to you and try to say this is spiritual warfare. Baby, when you a divine being, even divine beings, I done been through some spiritual warfare recently too, but guess what? The universe worked it out for me. Because they always do. That's something. You can't harm a chosen one or a divine person in general. You don't even have to be a chosen one. You can't cause harm to a chosen one or a divine being, a healer, a shaman, somebody that's literally doing universal work without having consequences. And it's not going to fly. They are divinely, remember I told you about the Queen of Swords? They are divinely protected. So it's not going to fly. You're not going to be able to do that. So people that stuff, you see their lives falling apart and things going down the drain, this is their karma. And do not help them. Don't help them. We got to stop helping people when they're going through their karma. Some of these people, especially when they guilty, they're guilty. They're not innocent because if they was innocent, the universe will provide. Okay. Or I tell people, even if say they made a mistake, because people make mistakes, that is their job to work with their ancestors, admit their fault. It's no different when you go to church and you go to the altar and you repent of your sins. They supposed to do that work with changed behavior, like this card said. You know that your actions is going to cause certain things. So that's their job to do that work. And even then, the universe gives second chances or third or how many chances, especially if you learning. But eventually, if you're not learning, she gonna bring the hammer down on you too. And she gonna have to teach you some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of your actions. That's the main thing. And know that everything is going to be judged, okay? Everything. Do better. That's all I can say. Do better because this is the time of judgment, y'all. So look, y'all, if y'all would like to get one of these witchy readings, now I do have one. It's just 4 cards though, so it would be either one of these decks that I feel like we need. But if y'all want a bigger one like this, it will be full price. If y'all would like a big witchy reading like this, it will be full price, just like a tarot reading or something like that, okay? And I actually pulled more cards, so this ain't even really, it would be, I'm gonna have to do a whole another one for this one if I pull this many cards, because this was like 16 cards. Okay, normally I just do 12. So thank y'all so much for tuning in with me today. Like I said, if y'all would like to purchase something for my shop, I am open today from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? If y'all would like to contact me, remember, contact me first and stop by my shop and pick stuff up. I do have a couple of decks on sale. I'm going to show y'all the couple that I have up here. My Twin Flame Love Notes is on sale. My Witch's Familiar Runic deck is on sale. My Angel Number Whispers deck is on sale. These are the few decks I have on hand that are actually on sale in my shop. I have 3 more that are not in front of me right now, okay, that are on sale. as well. And all of them have already been marked half off on my website. Normally my decks are $44.44, so they're 50% off, which is $22.22, and they're gonna be on sale till they're gone. And I got, like I said, I got my new decks in, so patronize the shop, y'all. Also, if y'all would like to get readings, like I told y'all the last reading, my readings are back full price. All right, no more discounts. At 50%, y'all ran that discount up. I'm glad y'all did. Y'all run that discount up. I had it for like a month, so if y'all would like to get a reading by me, it's Sacred Energy Exchange 222 at gmail.com. That is Sacred Energy Exchange 222 at gmail.com. If y'all would like to book a reading with me, y'all know if y'all would like to leave me a discount, you can leave it on Chime or Venmo for Copper Queen with the number 33 in Queen. And y'all know I'm on PayPal as goddessontherise.life at gmail.com. And Venmo is Goddess on the Rise, okay? And y'all, if nothing is too big and nothing is too small. And I think that's all I got for y'all today. I'm going to ring the bell and send this energy back to spirit. Earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Y'all, till next time, peace, love, and balance. Happy Wednesday, happy Miracles Day, happy Mercury retrograde, happy Leo season. Copper Queen checking out.